What if Deku had Bakugou's Quirk? This is a remaster of the second video I ever made, where Izuku literally has the same quirk as Bakugou. This is the short film, What if Deku had Bakugou's Quirk? If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like. Also join me and Toby's Discord server in the description. Now with that said, sit back and enjoy. What if Izuku had the same quirk as Bakugou? I don't know, this is literally just a remaster, I guess, or just a I guess a remaster, you could say, of the second video, the second what if I ever made. And like the story was decent. The story I was going for was just Bakugou going insane because Izuku is better. Of which I'm gonna do the same thing here. So yeah. This is just gonna be a remaster because I kinda liked the story, kinda didn't. I'm more on the liked story. So yeah, let's just begin with it. Now let's begin our story with like Bakugou making fun of Izuku because he still hasn't had his quirk awaken, or like he hasn't gotten his quirk yet. And like Izuku is the same as he was in the original, almost exactly as he was in the original. So he's gonna be the same character. Up until like a week later, or like let's say like a month later, of like Bakugou still bullying Izuku, and Izuku finally goes to the doctor to see if he has a quirk, and the doctor tells Izuku that he has like a similar quirk, or like a quirk that he has just seen like 2 months ago or like 3 months ago from a kid, like literally the exact same quirk. And so like the doctor tells Izuku that he has a quirk called Explosions, I'm pretty sure it's called, like just Bakugou's quirk. And like Ingo is shocked and she says like, how come Izuku has the same quirk as Bakugou? Like I would understand if he had like a fire-based quirk, or I guess it does kind of make sense to be Explosion since Hisashi has a fire quirk. But like not really, it doesn't really make sense. But since Izuku like is kind of a little bit of a Bakugou glazer, I guess you could say, he likes Bakugou even though Bakugou hates him like a little bit. He still likes having the quirk since he's gonna be he thinks that he's gonna be a pretty good friend with Bakugou. Now when Izuku goes back to kindergarten, like he obviously goes up to Bakugou and tells him that he has the same quirk as him. And like Bakugou is like fucking shocked because like there's no way Izuku has the same quirk as me. And so like he keeps like telling Izuku that he does not have the same quirk as him. He like Bakugou thinks that Izuku could never fucking get the same quirk because it's literally almost impossible genetic wise, and because of his parents, and because like just getting the exact same quirk is fucking impossible. And also because like Bakugou doesn't want to know, or like he doesn't want to realize that Izuku does have the same quirk as him, since it will make either Izuku go up like a step or like be morally higher than he was. So like not morally higher, but like in Bakugou's brain, Izuku is like way fucking lower than him. So if he had the same quirk as him, he would be like the equal to him or maybe even higher. And he just doesn't want to fucking like think of that. Now what Bakugou does is literally he just tells Izuku that he just does not have the same quirk as him. And Izuku just continuously like proves him wrong. Like the doctor told him that he has the same quirk. His quirk factor, or like his quirk, is literally built the exact same as his. And so like Bakugou just like continuously tries to fucking disprove him somehow, but he is never able to. And so because of that, and because of like Bakugou thinking that Izuku is just trying to copy Bakugou, Bakugou just ends up like growing up to hate Izuku even fucking more than he does in the canon. And Izuku literally, damn, it's gonna be confusing because like they both have the same quirk, and I'm thinking of this like both of them at the same time. Izuku is going to be growing up like way better than he did in the original, since he actually has a quirk and it's literally the exact same one as Bakugou, which means they're going to have the same like power within the school, you could say, of which Bakugou doesn't fucking like that at all. Okay, they're like 10 years old by now, and Bakugo continuously tries to fucking bully Izuku, with Izuku fucking bullying him back so much that sometimes even Bakugo fucking cries, okay? He cries because like literally he thought he was special up until Izuku fucking had the same quirk as him, which made him no longer special. And honestly, Izuku is actually stronger than Bakugo by now. He's like 10-year-old Izuku is like a 13-year-old Bakugou in terms of like actual strength, physical strength, and actual like using his quirk strength and control over it. So now, because there is not that much to cover within those 4 years, except that Izuku is literally going to be the more popular person, obviously, since Izuku is not gonna be a fucking asshole like Bakugo was. Obviously, he's not gonna be a bully, and whenever Bakugo tries to bully someone, Izuku actually defends them, which makes him like very fucking popular in school. Now let's just skip to the day where the teacher comes in and he's holding a stack of papers. And so he tells them that he was originally going to give them like job, like fucking something papers, I don't know, like job papers. He was gonna give them some kind of papers, I forgot what they were. But he tells them that he knows they all want to become heroes, and like he throws them into the air. Everyone starts using their quirks except Bakugo and Izuku, because Izuku is just a chill guy, you get me? And Bakugo, he fucking hates Izuku so much that that's basically the only thing he can think of, which kind of like also hinders his ability to be academically smart as much as he was originally, which makes him fucking stupid. Not fucking stupid, but he makes him that makes him like a lot stupider or like a lot dumber than he was originally. Now after school, Izuku is actually going to go through the same way, or like the same area where he went under the bridge to go to his home, obviously. And that's when the sludge villain actually fucking popped out of the sewers. And Izuku actually does get caught up to gets captured or like controlled by the sludge villain, but because Izuku is like way stronger than Bakugou, he's actually able to break free before even All Might appears, and like right after All Might appears, Izuku has been freed, and so All Might is able to just fully use his full power to just literally demolish the sludge villain and like ripping him into pieces, and then just fucking putting him into bottles and just giving him to the police. Now Izuku obviously asks for All Might's autograph since he is a big fan of All Might, and so All Might does give him like the autograph, and he actually asks Izuku how was he able to like actually free himself, what's his quirk? And Izuku answers that like he has the ability to turn his sweat into like his sweat is explosive, and like he can detonate it whenever he wants. And All Might tells him that that's a very powerful quirk, and that he could actually be a very powerful hero if he wanted to. And Izuku tells him, yeah, I'm gonna go to UA. And All Might is like a bit surprised, but not really, I guess. And he tells him, then see you at UA, and he just leaves. He literally just leaves with Izuku like being confused, like what do you mean see you at UA? And so like Izuku fucking starts thinking of like what does he mean, up until the point where he realizes that he is like fucking All Might is gonna be a teacher probably, because why would he be here if his agency is in Tokyo? I'm pretty sure. Now Izuku is just going home thinking about like All Might being a teacher in UA, and that he has to fucking pass. Let me quickly say what happens up until the UA entrance exam. So basically Izuku is just gonna train for 10 months straight, okay, like directly just fucking training after school, like maxing out everything, like he's going to the gym, maxing out the fucking weights, like maxing out I mean what he can do, and he's pretty fucking strong, so you could probably max them out. So yeah, he's fucking training. He's actually like trying to improve his quirk as well, and actually he has actually, damn, I said actually 5 times in 5 seconds. He has been able to find a way to do like the AP shot that Bakugou has in the original, but like way earlier, obviously, like, and way better, more efficient, like energy efficient as well. And one day Izuku, when he's in school, he just like brags about that shit, and like Bakugou overhears him, and he gets even more fucking mad, cause like he cannot do that, he is not able to do that just yet, and that's obviously because he has not been training as much as actual Bakugou would, which makes him actually weaker than he was originally, which obviously would fucking not allow him, or like he wouldn't fucking have AP shot by then. Even in the original, he fucking got it in like UA, so why would he have it now? And so slowly Bakugou starts becoming fucking mentally insane, like wanting to fucking kill Izuku, like literally just kill him in the most brutal way he could think of. Now, again, let's just skip to the UA entrance exam. Izuku goes in, he takes the test, he does pretty fucking good, he gets like pretty good scores in the written portion, and then let's just directly skip onto the area of which Izuku and Bakugou are gonna be still in different areas, cause why not? And so, that's when Izuku hears President Mike screaming, "There are no countdowns in a real battle, go go go!" And so everyone fucking starts like running, and Izuku like starts using his explosions that are way more compact and way more efficient, like energy wise, of which he does that because he doesn't actually want to hurt people if they come too close to him, so they're like palm size maximum. So he does that, he continuously starts destroying robots, with him ending up like getting 90 robot points. And when it comes to the 0 pointer, he sees the 0 pointer that's like right about to fucking crush Uraraka, okay? He decides to actually go help her because he has the speed to do that. Now he like uses a whole lot of his fucking power, actually like maxing out the fucking output of his explosions for him to go so fucking fast, for him to like literally pick her up instantly, like destroy some of the rabble so that he can pick her up easier, and then he instantly fucking leaves right before the 0 pointer was about to step on them. And because of that, Izuku ends up with another 60 hero points, which ends up at a total of 150 points. It like took me half a second to think about the number. Boom, let's just skip to the first day of UA, because there's nothing significant happening except like a Bakugou crushing out and Izuku just chilling. Izuku goes to school and he sees Bakugou still bickering or like fighting with Ida. And so like Izuku just walks up to Bakugou, just fucking kicks his legs out like from the desk. And like Ida just looks at him and says like, thanks, I guess, but you shouldn't be kicking your classmates. And like Izuku just looks back at him and tells him, you should have done that instead of me, you were the one fighting him. And so Aizawa walks in and he tells him to wear their gym uniforms and meet him outside. And so they do. Kirishima and someone else, I don't fucking know who else, would compliment Izuku's physique because he is actually very fucking built in this version. And so like they go outside with everything like having gone till normal inside of the fucking the locker rooms, I guess, or like normal as it can be in a what if, I guess. And Izuku is thrown the ball. Izuku catches it and he asks Aizawa like, what am I supposed to do with this? And Aizawa explains to him that he should just take it and like just throw it with everything he's got. And so Izuku just steps into the circle and literally just max outputs the fucking he like literally throws the ball with max output explosions. That was what I wanted to say. And so Izuku, I would say he gets like a 1100 meters, so like 1.1 kilometers, and Bakugou gets like 600 meters because he's obviously weaker than he would be originally. Now they continue to do every single other part of the Quirk apprehension test, with Izuku scoring number 1 in every single one of them except the side-to-side steps, because that was not 100%. There's nothing like Zuko could do about that. And if you haven't realized just yet, I'm trying to like literally make it like a short film or something, so that it's like less than 40 minutes if possible. Because this idea is like a little bit stupid if you actually think about it, since like the only actual plot about this is that Bakugou is just going insane. But I did have the idea originally, and it seems a little bit fun to make fucking Bakugou go insane. So I just said like, why not do it? Why not remaster this? Now they have after that like a little bit of normal school up until like there is a day where they're just sitting in class, just waiting for the next teacher to come in, and they hear like loud footsteps and a person fucking laughing crazy, and they realize they understand, or like they know whose laugh this is, and that's when All Might like pops through the door. Obviously he walks through and says, I am here, walking through a door like a normal person. And I'm obviously not trying, I'm trying to not fucking scream, because if I actually try and do the actual voice, I would have to fucking go like so far away to actually do it, so that my mic could fucking actually handle it, or the recording could handle it. So sorry about that. But yeah, like All Might walks in, everyone's fucking hyped, including Izuku. Izuku's fucking hyped, and Bakugou is like a little bit hyped. He's like a little less, he's a little bit more hyped than in the original. He's like actually has a little bit of happiness inside of him right now, for the first time in like I don't know how many years, like 10 years. So he like All Might presses a button, everyone's costumes will pop out, and literally in this timeline I'm just gonna make Izuku have the exact same like costume, the exact same hero costume as Bakugou. And actually this time Izuku actually designed it, and literally Bakugou is gonna have something different. I do not know what, but he's gonna have something different. And so they go into the area where they're going to be doing the test, or like the test or something, the exercise, the exercise, that's the word. And Izuku comments that it looks very familiar, and All Might just tells them that it's very like the exam area where they did the exam, the practical portion of the exam, or the robot version of the exam, is modeled after this area right here. And that's when you hear Kirishima in the back just screaming, that's fucking cool. And so let's just directly skip onto the 2v2 battles, of which I'm gonna make it so that it's literally just the exact same, with Izuku and Uraraka being in the hero team and Ira and Bakugou being in the villain team. The fight begins, obviously, or the exercise begins with Izuku and Uraraka just walking up to the building where Bakugou and Ida are, and like Izuku just tells her like Bakugou is gonna fucking try and kill me again, like for the 1000th time. This month. No, not this month, but like overall, Bakugou's been trying to fucking literally kill Izuku multiple fucking times, okay? And like Uraraka is shocked by what Izuku just said, and like he explains that like Bakugou just fucking despises him so fucking much. He wants him dead. He wants him so fucking dead, because he took his spotlight away from him or something. So that's when they hear Bakugou just fucking, and his explosions coming towards them. And Izuku just tells her to just hide behind the wall, and he's going to handle him. Now Bakugou appears, obviously, and Izuku just sees him, with Bakugou going top speed, which is barely, or it's half the speed of Izuku, Izuku's max speed. It's literally half of that. And so Izuku just literally just takes his fucking arm, fucking twists it, literally takes him over his back or something, and then just fucking drops him onto the ground. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck to explain it otherwise. Sorry for the bad explanation. And because of all the force that existed from Bakugou's explosions, and Izuku just literally using some kind of fucking aikido to demolish Bakugou gets knocked the fuck out, and so they capture him, and then they just go to the bomb room with Ira doing his fucking villainous wannabe fucking voice and shit, and acting like a villain actually. And Uraraka just touches him, bro can't fucking walk, and so Izuku just touches the bomb, and boom, done. They won, the hero team won. Now Uraraka is fucking hyped because Izuku is just so cool. Izuku is fucking cool, and he helped her actually pass the class or something, or pass this lesson, I guess, I don't know. And so she starts having a little bit of a crush on Izuku, but she's not gonna it's not that strong. As I said, a small crush, it's nothing major. Boom, let's skip to the USJ. They already did the signing papers thing, and they are on the bus. Izuku is just chilling, just like literally being the cool guy of the class, with everyone just like saying like who is the strongest in our class, and because of all the fucking times that Izuku just has shown off and Bakugou fucking losing always, they just decide that it's either Todoroki or Izuku, since they are the top two students in the class. And that's when we skip on to the USJ, where they are in the USJ obviously, and like 13 is giving her speech with Izuku not giving a single fuck, okay? He doesn't care. And so, yeah, let's just go, like, just directly skip on to Kurogiri teleporting in there, with him teleporting everyone else, like every villain and shit. And like, Kirishima says, whoa, you'll have fucking fake villains? That's so cool. And Aizawa telling him, well, no, they're not fake villains. Like, in that everyone should stand back and like leave the room right now, or like leave the fucking USJ right now. And so they try to do that. Kurogiri teleports right behind them and just teleports everyone to their respective areas. So like, Izuku is obviously going to be teleported to the water area, and Bakugou, I'm pretty sure, was teleported at the fiery area. So yeah. So what's gonna happen with him going to the water area? Izuku is going to fall into the water, okay? As he falls into the water, he sees that Tsuyu and Mineta are here, okay? He falls in. Tsuyu was about to fucking like grab him, but she wasn't able to, and like Izuku has to fucking fight like villains that are in the water using just his fucking bare strength, of which he's fucking insanely strong because of his quirk like enhancing his bones, because there's no fucking way Bakugou can do that shit without the bone enhancement. Because of his enhanced bones, he can just have way more fucking strength, which actually makes him like very fucking strong. Which also does allow him to fucking defeat a lot of the villains. And after like defeating 5 or 6 of them, he's picked up by Tsuyu, and like he's left on the boat with her obviously, and Mineta. Now Izuku just tells them that he can just pick them up and he can just start flying towards the main area so that they can just like chill there, or like they can just go help the other people. I don't know why the fuck I said chill there, okay? Like, don't ask me. Izuku sees Aizawa being like fucking completely demolished by the Nomu, and so he goes in to help. And like, because of Aizawa's like deactivation of quirks and Izuku's quirk of being like very fucking strong, they're able to hold it back for like 2 minutes, like not even 2 minutes, like 20 seconds. And like right after those 20 seconds, the Nomu starts fucking like demolishing Izuku, completely beating him, fucking breaking his fucking ribs in the process. And like Izuku is barely able to breathe, and that's when All Might arrives. He sees Izuku and Aizawa almost dead, honestly, and like he gets so fucking mad. He honestly gets even more mad than he did in the original, since Izuku is almost dead with Aizawa. So All Might like literally jumps and he fucking stomps on the Nomu. It literally is like completely crushed, but because of its regeneration factor, it's able to come back to life, with it like actually increasing its strength by 1% because of that. Aizawa still continues to try and help by just deactivating most of its quirks, but the ones that are like literally like part of its body that is not like a quirk factor, he's not able to deactivate them. And like after a little while of like literally All Might going all out against the Nomu is literally like not killed, but like it's literally thrown like it was in the original, where All Might just literally punched it 1,000,000 times and then it fucking got knocked out and shit. Now after All Might saw that, or like he was informed that Izuku actually fucking helped Aizawa to survive, and like the only reason Aizawa was like stayed alive until that point is because of Izuku, he actually like decides, instead of giving him the quirk to Mirio, to give it to Izuku. And so after Izuku wakes up, like after like literally healing, he is informed that he has to like talk, or like All Might wants to talk to him. And so he goes to the room where All Might is in, and like All Might just literally just says to him like, I want you to be my successor, I'm gonna give you my quirk right now. And like Izuku is fucking shocked, okay? What do you mean you're going to give me your quirk? Like, how's that even possible? And so like All Might explains, and like he says that his quirk is literally made to defeat All For One, the greatest villain of all. And because of his injuries that he has sustained over the years, and obviously mostly from All For One, he cannot be actually the last, or he cannot hold One For All for much longer, which means he needs a successor, and that successor is going to be Izuku. And Izuku instantly agrees, since he's a giant All Might Glazer, and there's no fucking way he would not want the fucking power. I would want to be fucking stronger, even though I had a very strong quirk. Bro got fucking beaten by the Nomu. There's no way he wouldn't want even more power. And so because of Izuku actually being stronger than Bakugou was originally in this timeline, he's able to use 20, let's say 15% of One For All off the bat. He can handle it, not that he can use it, because he doesn't have full cowling yet or anything close to that. Okay, I did forget something. They're going to be getting those 2 weeks off of school because of the US situation, or the USJ situation. So yeah, within those 2 weeks, Izuku and All Might are going to continuously be training, and All Might's going to be trying to help Izuku visualize how to control One For All better, but it's not gonna really do anything. UA Sports Festival. Now, they're in school, and it's telling them about the UA Sports Festival, and that it is literally next week. And so everyone is fucking hyped, okay? Every single one of them is hyped. Next week comes, and it's the start of the UA Sports Festival. Izuku is called to the front, or into the middle of the stadium to give a speech, and so he does, and everyone is fucking hyped. And so the first part of the UA Sports Festival is an obstacle race. And so the race begins with Bakugou doing pretty fucking well, being number 2, and Izuku being number 1. And obviously, Todoroki is gonna be number 3, barely behind Bakugou. And after a little while, at the robot section, Todoroki, because he froze everyone behind him, he was able to actually get a boost from his ice, which actually propelled him to second place, barely not being able to surpass Izuku. And so Izuku gets number 1, Todoroki gets number 2, and Bakugou gets number 3. Cavalry battle, I'm not covering. I don't wanna. So everyone who passes up from the original passes in this timeline, because I don't want to think of something different, and it's not gonna have that much or that big of a difference or an impact. So yeah, first fight is Shinso versus Izuku. How does this one go? Because Izuku is way calmer, way more of a chill dude, way more nonchalant. So would he talk back, or would he talk to Shinso? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he would have been informed about his brainwashing ability, or brainwashing quirk. And even if he did get brainwashed, Izuku, I'm pretty sure, would have been just woken up by the vestiges like he did it from the original. So I don't see any reason for Izuku to lose. So he would just literally just explode, or make explosions near Shinso, because he doesn't want to hurt him, because Shinso not that physically built. Obviously, he just fucking threatens him, and so he Shinso resigns, or gives up, or how the fuck you want to call it. Fight against Todoroki, or would it be Todoroki? Yeah, sure, let's make it Todoroki. How does this one go? It should just go pretty similar to how Bakugou's and Todoroki's fight went, but with Izuku overpowering the shit out of Todoroki, just because he has One For All, of which he can still use it barely, 1% type of shit. If he fucking locks the fuck in, he can actually use 1% of it, which does boost him obviously, and he also has AP shot, which its own overpowered explosion. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Izuku would just explode every single part, or everything that Todoroki throws at him, which would make Izuku be the victor of the fight. Izuku versus Bakugou, the finals of the UA Sports Festival. How will this one go? Well, this one is pretty unique, you could say. It's gonna be a beatdown, okay, a literal beatdown. So Basically, Bakugou is going to be very fucking mad at Izuku as always, and he has an actual opportunity to try and fucking kill him. Literally kill him. He's going to try and kill Izuku. Fucking kill him straight up. No throne, no holding back, no nothing. And so, like, even before the fucking bell rings or like the fight begins, Bakugou just fucking dashes towards like Izuku. Basically, he's insta disqualified, but the fight still continues. With Izuku like literally defending himself with only fucking hand-to-hand combat, literally evading every single one of like Bakugou's explosions by literally just moving his fucking arms away. Because because Bakugou mostly uses his arms to create explosions, of which Izuku is actually able to do that with his whole or his hands mostly to make explosions, of which Izuku is actually able to use his whole arm to do that. And like Izuku like jumps backwards and decides to actually show off a little bit of his like superiority using the same quirk as Bakugou, and so he like has a lot of sweat on his arm, okay, or like his hand, or his hand, I guess. He literally just flicks it and it explodes, and it's basically very similar to a frag grenade, just that it's multiple explosions, multiple smaller explosions just literally scattered all over, with a lot of fucking power imbued into them, obviously. Because of that explosion, that like Bakugou didn't even know Izuku could do that shit, and he can't either, so like he has no defense against that, which would make him be fucking confused and like thinking of how he should handle this. And so Izuku literally just fucking dashes towards him, makes like an AP shot right on his fucking chest, breaking one of his ribs, okay, like 1, 2, 3, some fucking of his ribs, and bro is literally completely knocked the fuck out. Now Bakugou has to like fucking be treated instantly because of all the damage that he has sustained by Izuku's explosions. And so like he's not able to get the second place medal. So yeah, like Izuku gets number 1 place. And yeah, that's the end of the sports festival. So it's like the next week, and there's always like giving out their papers and shit, of which those papers have like names of heroes who would want to internship them. And Izuku gets like internship offers from a lot of heroes, like most heroes really. Even Endeavor wants to internship Izuku, but because of like All Might saying or like telling Izuku that he should go with Gran Torino to like learn more about One for All and how to use it, he decides to actually listen to All Might, obviously, and he goes with Gran Torino. Now when Izuku arrives to Gran Torino's place, he sees him basically dead on the floor, or like looking dead at least, and so he like runs up to him, checks his pulse, and like gets ready to call the ambulance. But before he is able to, Gran Torino stands up and he tells him that he was just joking and he just wanted to see how Izuku would react in that situation. Izuku like takes a deep breath because he was like a little bit like scared, I guess, or like anxious, and he tells him to not ever fucking do that again, because like the next time that the time that it actually fucking happens, he won't fucking believe him. Now for the following like 3 days, let's say, Izuku like continues to literally lock the fucking with like training with like what the fuck is his name? Gran Torino, yeah, Gran Torino. And like Gran Torino starts explaining to him what he knows about One for All and what he's learned from Nana and shit. And so within those 3 days, Izuku is able to understand how full Kaolin works, and he unlocks it, obviously, or like create it or whatever. And he's obviously able to like use about 20 to 21% of One for All off rip because of his original quirk boosting his whole body's like strength and all his bones and shit, and obviously like him being very strong before even getting the quirk. Now let's just skip directly to the day where they're on the like train going towards somewhere to patrol and shit, and their train is attacked obviously by the Nomus, and they still like jump down to go help the people of Hosu City. Izuku and Gran Torino continuously start like demolishing Nomus. Obviously Izuku's like helping a whole fucking lot since he is the stronger of the two, but like Gran Torino could, I'm pretty sure he would be a little bit or like way faster than Izuku, so with his like speed, just literally he demolishes a lot of Nomus. And so they start like helping people, and that's when Izuku like hears a scream from like a dark alley, and when he goes and checks it, he sees that it was like a native, like a hero who was just fucking stabbed by Stain, and like he sees like Ida being there as well, and he's trying to fucking fight him. Am I gonna make Izuku like OP enough for him to fight Stain by himself? Huh. I mean, he should be. He should just be like the same strength as Izuku, stronger from the original, and obviously he should just be stronger than Todoroki and Ida. So yeah, he could just solo, I guess, Stain. Now, what I see happening is Stain just looks back at Izuku, and like he sees obviously Ida there as well, and Ida is what the fuck, I can't speak. Ida is in front of Izuku, and so Stain sees him first, and like Ida starts like saying like you injured my brother or whatever, I'm gonna take revenge, and Stain tells him you're not the true hero, buddy. And so he literally just jumps or like dashes towards Ida, and he cuts him and he paralyzes him. Now when Izuku sees that Stain is about to literally like continuously stab Ida just because he's not All Might basically, he starts like exploding and just like flying towards Stain, and literally just does a fucking 20% full cowling explosion right on Stain's face. Now Stain's like face is literally kind of blown off, like the skin at least, because he's not that fucking durable. Okay, he's not that durable. He's not gonna be able to handle 20% one full explosions. Okay, his face literally blown off. With I'm not gonna say his brain is like blown up, but like his face, like his skin is literally completely gone from the part of his face that got exploded. Now Stain starts screaming in agony, okay, and Izuku like fucking knocks him out, because like, it's the best thing he can do for Stain and for himself. He knocks him out. He picks Stain up. And he tells Ida before, like, because he wasn't stabbed yet, that's the thing, so he can still walk and shit. He's like paralyzed, and he tells Ida that when the paralysis wears off, he should just take a native and literally just bring him to a hospital, because he knows Stain's quirk is it's not that strong. That's the exact reason he uses blades instead of just his quirk. But he does go to Gran Torino, and he also sees Endeavor, and he just like tells them what's happening in the alley, and so they get help for them. Now Stain is brought to the police with like some healing people or people with a healing quirk having to heal his face, and Izuku is like literally scolded. Yeah, Izuku is scolded by the police and shit for literally exploding bro's face off. It's about drive, it's about power. Okay, no, let me not do that again. I'm never gonna do that again, most probably. Okay. Now after that, Izuku continues to like help people that are trapped under rubble and shit, or like under parts of buildings that fallen off and shit. And he obviously starts like killing Nomus, because that's the most logical thing to do. And after like a little while, the whole city is cleared of Nomus. And yeah, that's basically it. Now after that, they just go back to school, and they start having a little bit of like a normal school life. Oh yeah, the rescue training race. Yeah, I forgot about that. What is gonna happen is Izuku is going to win obviously the race that he's in, and Bakugou is going to be second if he was first in the original, like if he actually won his part of the race. Because like Bakugou is obviously weaker than he was originally, and he still has a fucking huge mental block on his power because of Izuku. 2 weeks later of them like just having school and shit and just chilling, Aizawa walks into the classroom and tells everyone that they're going to be having their final exams, and whoever does not pass is going to have to do summer school. And that was just enough to literally motivate everyone to lock the fuck in. Now they do their written portion of the exam, and Izuku like places number 3 because he's smarter than in the original, but he's not like smart. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm pretty sure I didn't make him smart because now I recorded this like a week ago, so and I genuinely forgot about it. I guess I didn't forget about it, but like I forgot the story, I guess. Yeah. Izuku gets number 3 in the written portion of the exam. And then it's announced that Izuku and Bakugou are going to be fighting All Might. because they just know they just see that Bakugou just hates Izuku. Izuku like dislikes Bakugou, and like just Izuku being the successor to All Might. All Might obviously like said that he would want to fight them for the exam. That was like also a part of why Izuku and Bakugou are fighting All Might. Now let's begin the fight with Izuku trying to reason with Bakugou, but Bakugou not fucking having it at all. He like continuously tries to downplay Izuku because that's the only thing that he can do, because of him just not being able to think straight. Like he hasn't been able to think straight since ever. Like the moment he's near Izuku, his brain just goes on overload. The only thing that he can think at the moment is literally fuck Izuku, let me kill him right now. And so he literally tries to downplay Izuku, that he's not that strong and that he's going to fight All Might by himself because he wants to show off, obviously, because he's the strongest in his mind still. And so Bakugou rushes towards All Might the moment he sees him, and All Might literally just picks up his face and starts fucking dragging the back of his head through like fucking through like the road basically, and there's a giant fucking trail of imprints of or like something of Bakugou's like head, obviously on the road. And so like Izuku has to literally just jump towards All Might, kicking him in the fucking face and like letting Bakugou breathe again, because like his fucking nose and mouth were literally completely shut down for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, let's say. And at this point Bakugou is knocked out because of all the fucking brain damage he has just like sustained, and because of him not being able to breathe at all and like continuously trying to fucking like breathe so hard that all the breath out of him that was inside of him got out, and like he had no air in his system left. Now Izuku continues to like actually put up a good fight against All Might, but eventually All Might overpowers Izuku's at the point of like it's barely overpowering. They're basically at the same amounts of strength, I would say, because of Izuku's body being stronger than a usual person's, and also him having the explosion quirk, which actually allows Izuku to confuse All Might sometimes, like actually going for a punch, or like showing like he's going for a punch, but then like he just explodes sweat, with All Might getting severely damaged at some times. Okay, why the fuck am I stuttering so much? What the hell? Yeah, All Might sometimes gets confused and actually damaged by Izuku's explosions. That is what I'm trying to say. The thing is, it's like midnight almost, it's 11 p.m. and everyone's sleeping, so I have to not fucking scream completely, which makes my brain not think about what I'm saying, so I have to kind of be a little more like loud and energetic for me to actually fucking talk better. Oh my god. Yeah, Izuku just picks up Bakugou after like injuring All Might and confusing him, and then they pass, because that's what should happen, and I don't care. Okay, yeah, they're going to pass. Now everyone who passes in the original passes in this timeline as well, which means there's no changes except the like that one fight. Now let's just skip to where they're in the bus, and Aizawa tells them to get off, obviously, and that's when Pixie Bob just like walks behind the bus, or like walks from behind of the bus, and Aizawa tells them that they're going to have to go by themselves now to the training camp, and everyone's like confused because like weren't they supposed to go by the bus? And Aizawa tells them, no, you're going to have to do some training before you're allowed to go there. And so like Pixie Bob just uses her quirk to actually throw them off the cliff, and everyone like continues to have the good teamwork, I guess. They continue to be a good team and demolish all the golems and actually pass within like 3 hours the test basically, and arrive to the camp 3 hours in. No, like for a little while, like I forgot. I was gonna go to the training directly after, but what the fuck? Why the fuck did I hit my table? They go and do their bath and shit in the hot springs, and afterwards Izuku brings I'm gonna do that, I don't give a fuck. Afterwards Izuku brings the food to Koda, and that's when Mascular appears. And because Kurogiro, I'm pretty sure, and Shigaraki got captured. If I'm wrong, sorry about that, but like I'm not gonna fucking go listen back to what I recorded. because of Kurogiri not being there, All for One has to be there. So there's going to be the final fight early in the series, or earlier in the series, I guess. Now Izuku has the same interaction with Muscular that he did in the original, except that in this timeline Izuku is way more confident about himself, and he knows that he's actually strong. And he doesn't think that like Muscular should be that strong just because he has a pure strength quirk. But he's kind of proven wrong, with him having to go all out and breaking like a lot of his bones in the process of defeating Muscular. Now Izuku has only broken like both of his arms, obviously, which means he cannot use them anymore. So he has to literally just run with Kota being on his back, and like Izuku does the same thing that he did in the original, where he literally brings him to Aizawa or something, and then he continues to actually go out and let's say he broke one of his arms because he still needs one. So yeah, he has one arm left, and then he continues to go and help people, but Aizawa tells him to fucking stop because he already has a broken arm. And Izuku tells him, if the other villains are not as strong as that guy, then I must be fine. I am definitely gonna be fine. And obviously he also has the explosions, which are like not only on his hands now, or like his palms. He can actually use them without even using his arms directly, so he can actually just use them via his head or something, or just kicks, because he can do that. Okay, let me try and cover the fight against Dabi real quick. So Dabi has a fire quirk and Izuku has an explosion quirk with one arm left. So Izuku just straight up just dashes towards Dabi, with Dabi evading Izuku's attack, and Izuku just uses the frag explosions that he has to like confuse Dabi, I guess, and then he just literally just rushes behind them using an AP shot right on his head. And Dabi is literally completely knocked out, with a lot of blood rushing, or like rushing out of his body, which means Izuku is about to fucking kill the guy, and so he literally just rushes him to the fucking to the main base or the camp, and they try and fucking heal him. But eventually Dabi literally dies. Okay, sorry, but Dabi dies in this one because Izuku was not careful enough. And Izuku is literally charged with murder. I don't know what degree, but murder. So yeah, like Izuku has to go to jail, literally. And when he's let out, he's like, what? Let's say he got 5 years in prison. He's like, what, 20? Let's say he's 20 when he gets out. He is allowed to be a hero, but the huge but is, no. Let's rewind now that he's like out of jail. He got into jail, he's out of jail 5 years later. What happened right after Dabi died? Well, All Might was there this time, okay, and he fought All for One. All for One and All Might had a giant battle that went pretty similar to the original one, with like Todoroki actually helping All Might and Bakugou helping, because like he is going kind of crazy, he doesn't want to die also. And because of everyone like fighting and all the forces of All for One like being fucking weakened, he has to actually leave, and so like All for One is still All for One is still in the loose or something. He's not in prison or anything, which means bad things still happen, but like since Shigaraki and Kurogiri are in prison, the like final war arc does not happen. Now, one last thing before we end the video. What happens to Eri? And what happens to Izuku afterwards, like after he got out of prison? Now, what I'm thinking is Mirio finds her by himself, because Izuku wasn't there, obviously. And he tells to Sir Nairei. Now they do the same raid arc, but they're severely weakened and way weaker. And so what All Might has to do is go to Izuku, tell him to give him a strand of his hair for Mirio to get One for All. Because they need One for All in this fight, and generally outside of fucking prison. So Izuku has to give up One for All, giving like a piece of DNA of his to All Might for him to give to Mirio. Because Izuku like is fucking mad at himself for killing Dabi, sad as well, and actually mad at himself for being stupid enough to kill a dude. And actually also understanding that All Might actually needs One for All outside of prison, actually on the streets fighting villains. So what he does is he gives it to Mirio. Mirio adapts for like 2 days to it, and he's able to use like 25% one for all off rip. And like after a day of training, he's able to do that to 26 or 27%. Let's do 27. So yeah, they go and do the raid arc, the overhaul raid arc. I don't remember the actual name. And because of Izuku not being there and Mirio having the speed and strength that he has, he's not gonna have the other quirks obviously, because Mirio has already had a quirk. Or did Izuku have the other quirks? I'm not sure. If I did give them to them, if I did give them the quirks, then Mirio has them as well, which makes the fight even easier. But if I didn't, then Mirio doesn't get them either. So the fight is gonna go way better for Mirio, I guess, because he actually has like another quirk that he can rely on, except his permeation quirk, which means they're eventually able to fight off like Overhaul, bringing him to prison, Tartarus, the same prison as Shigaraki and Kuragiri. And Eri is slowly but surely like rehabilitating and actually becoming a normal girl. And when Izuku gets out of prison, he goes to UA with no one for all and just his original quirk. And all the buffs that he got from one for all just by training. So he's like just a little bit of a stronger Izuku. He's still, I guess he does still have like a little bit of embers of one for all, which means he can like use 5% of it. But not for long, since it is gonna go eventually away, since he doesn't have the original quirk, or like the full quirk. Yeah, he doesn't have the full quirk. So he goes to UA, and he starts like talking to Nezu and shit. And Nezu understands that Izuku didn't want to kill Dabi, but it was a mistake obviously, that Izuku didn't want to make, but he did it. And like he understands that they had to take one for all away from him. And Izuku just decides that he's going to go to like a teaching school to become a UA teacher instead of being a pro hero, since he understood that he's not fit to be a pro hero. And obviously Izuku's not gonna be teaching any hero shit, and he's going to be an actual like teacher. And like because of Izuku going to prison, Bakugou was so fucking hyped. He didn't fucking care that Izuku went to prison. He actually fucking loved it. And so, because of that, Bakugou was able to get like a huge confidence boost, most of his mental block going away, and him being able to almost do the same things that Izuku was able to at like a 60%, or not success rate, but like 60% of Izuku's power level. Or like efficiency, or like whatever you want to call it, I don't know. So yeah. Bakugou was able to be the number 2 hero right after Mirio, and obviously Izuku ends up being a teacher at UA, not a hero teacher, but like just a normal teacher. And I know this was kind of unexpected, but I don't know, I just came to that conclusion, or like that idea of Izuku being a murderer at the end, just now, because this is off the dome, no scripting, no nothing. So whatever I think of, I just do it on the spot. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and also subscribing. Also join the Discord in the description, where you can give me what if ideas, and you can give Toby what if ideas, etc, etc. And there is also just like a big community of like 60 people in there. So yeah, if you want to talk to people, just come, I guess. Also, I'm going to be dropping What If Deku Was a Zombie, the full movie, since the video did get like 16 likes, I'm pretty sure. Let me check this real quick, because the last time I checked it was like 16. Yeah, it's 19 now, so I have to drop the movie. Fuck. Next time I should just say fucking watch time, because the watch time is kind of horrible on the video. It only has 7 hours of watch time, which is kind of bad. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And with that said, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, Justo am out.